Yep. 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 Holy crap. What up, guys? Welcome back to the garage, man. Today I'm starting off, I have a bunch of stuff that I basically just need to clean up. The rear end, you guys seen that we just got an 8.8 for the S10. Put it down in the comments, bro. Like, I was measuring this thing. Now I just did a rough measurement, measuring from this point to this point, like the inside diameter on this axle is 53 inches, and I measured the one on the S10 and it's 49, so roughly right about 4 inches wider. This axle is. I don't think that that is so much that I should necessarily need to have the axle shortened, but I mean, put in the comments what you guys think. I mean, that's divided, that's 2 extra inches on each side, which I think, if anything, is just going to make the wheels stick out a little bit more, in which I plan on running, you know, like some slicks or something on the back anyhow. I think it's just gonna make it look a little bit more meaty and like aggressive. But I don't know, man. Put in the comments if any of you guys have experience with this and think that that is going to be an excessive amount, adding 2 inches to each side. But I do know that we are gonna have to cut off all like the spring perches and stuff, and they're gonna have to move because they are different. Though I knew that getting into this, so basically I just want to get this thing all pressure washed, cleaned up, and set aside, and then I gotta do some research and order the stuff that I need to get this mounted to the S10. Moving on to the 2J, we ended up picking up that rear subframe. So this is the big piece to the puzzle, what we need for converting the rear end of the 2J and beefing it up and making it stronger. So this is a complete S13 rear subframe. Now it's got the upper and lower control arms, the knuckles, subframe itself, like everything. Again, I'm gonna want some comments from you guys, man. I could just order a full energy suspension kit for this and just redo all the bushings and everything, like on all these control arms and all that stuff, and just put it in here like in factory spec, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe upgrade all these arms and stuff later, just to get the ball rolling, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at, because like a whole energy suspension kit is just over $100. It's either that or go ahead and order now like the aftermarket adjustable control arms and stuff. So I know, as far as like dialing the suspension in for the car and stuff, getting the correct toe and everything for whenever this thing is launching and whatever, I think the adjustability is going to be important, but I think that is also something that we can do in the future as we do upgrades, because you guys know, just like anything else on the channel, bro, this is a budget build. This isn't like a budgetless type of thing, man. Like, we have unlimited money to throw at this thing. So I'm thinking for now, maybe just doing an energy suspension rebuild kit for the entire thing, and then ordering off of Injuku Racing solid subframe mount bushings. So just replacing these with the solid mount bushings. That's what the fabricator recommended. So yeah, put in the comments what you guys think, of course. But this is another thing that I want to pressure wash and just get it cleaned up. Now, coming to the backyard, you guys also know that we just got the 383 and the Power Glide pulled out of the Bel Air. So obviously I'm wanting to clean up this damn Power Glide. This thing is just disgusting, bro. So I got to try to get all this dirt and grime and everything off of it. Like I mentioned, there's a local guy who is interested in rebuilding this for me. He hit me up and he's like, hey man, like, I've been wanting to rebuild a Power Glide. I'll do it for you. Of course, I'm going to cover like parts and stuff, like if it's going to need anything internally. But yeah, he hit me up and he's down to go through it, which I'm super stoked about, man. So hell yeah. Other than that, we do need to dig into the 383 and just kind of figure out what's going on with this thing internally, because like I've mentioned before, I do want to put some power through this, and I don't want to get this in the truck, get everything all fabbed and get everything all together and end up running into an issue that we could have resolved while it's right here on the damn engine stand, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I need to get all that stuff out here, and we're gonna bust out the super clean and get all this stuff all cleaned up and then set aside for its next steps that every single one of these pieces need to go through. And then after that, I'm wanting to move on to knocking a car off of the damn whiteboard, bro. I need to get another car off the list. Oh, you... Dude, I was so proud of myself that I wasn't making a mess this time like I did last time. Yeah, well, you know. At least the table will be clean. Alright, I need to flip this thing over, see if the bottom side is dirty. Yeah, there's a little bit of grime right there I need to spray off. Don't pinch my hose, man. Oh yeah, look at all that. I need to get all that shit. Well, this damn transmission, bro, this transmission's really bad. So, I did notice it looked like somebody maybe painted it, but I think that is all just grease, bro. But the thing is, it's been on here forever. Like, so it has like became one with the transmission. So I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit more than just spraying it with degreaser and then pressure washing it off. I need to get my screw brush out. And probably, I'm gonna try this guy on the drill, see if that helps. But then this mammoth jammer right here for damn sure. Dude, this is like my favorite freaking scrub brush whenever you got serious crap like that. This thing was like $1. I think it was like $1 at Harbor Freight, but yeah. That's my shit right there. Now I need a drill. Maybe I should use one of these ones. Yeah, I'll use this instead of the impact. Alright man, this transmission is a freaking mess, bro. So I am trying as hard as I can to get all this damn old grease and shit off. So this is the side I've done. And And I mean, there's still little traces inside of the cracks and stuff, in which I'll still continue to try to get. My goal here is for this thing to look freaking brand spanking new. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, you guys know how I did the transmission and the block and all that stuff, like on khaki. I'm not wanting to do any different with the stuff that's going into the S10. Like, I want everything to be fresh and clean, you know what I'm saying? That's how I like things to be. So now I'm gonna continue on this side, just sitting here like with the pressure washer off, but like I'm hitting this stuff with super clean and just kind of scrubbing, like just doing one area at a time, bro. Gotta get a circular motion going on, and then just run the water on it to wash it away so I can actually see what the hell it is I'm doing. But yeah, I'm basically doing that to the whole thing. And another thing that I noticed helps, like inside of all the cracks and stuff that I can't get to, I'm using the torch and kind of baking the oil, bro. Like it's making it come out a lot easier. I know it sounds crazy, but it's been working. Like you can hear like this sizzle. It's like the oil is making like a sizzle, and then eventually you hear that sizzle stop. That's when you know it's like all dried out, and it makes it like whenever it's all dried out, it just scrubs with that little brush right there. It scrubs off a lot easier. This is the first time I've ever done this before, and no, I didn't see this anywhere. I was just trying something. So don't roast me if you think this is a terrible idea. It probably is, but I figure, I mean, this is a transmission. It probably sees pretty high heat, you know, but again, I'm not sitting here on it till like the casing is glowing red or nothing. You see? And that's with no super clean or anything. That's dry. And it's just coming straight off, like all the way down to aluminum. That's just from baking it with the torch. So, that's pretty dope. Learned a new little trick on this damn thing. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time and just try to get that thing as clean as I can before I move on to anything else. And I'll pick the camera back up whenever I get it done. Done. El Dunno. Yeah, I'm just kidding. This thing's not heavy at all. Dude, it's actually surprising how freaking light this thing is. But I think that is as clean as I'm gonna get it for tonight, bro. Like, I don't know what else I could possibly do. I have been, like, if you could tell, it's actually dark out now. I've been working on this all day. But that is a huge difference, right? Like, please do put it in the comments telling me how clean this damn transmission is, because I literally invested like probably 5 hours of my life just to cleaning this damn transmission. And out there somewhere, there's a freaking hot tank at a machine shop that would have done the same job and made it look probably better in like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
So this thing's all cleaned up. I'm just gonna put it over here out of the way for the time being until we get all the rest of the stuff that we're gonna need for that. Jeez, as far as the subframe for the 2J, I mean, this thing was basically pretty clean, bro. Like, I just pressure washed the living shit out of it. Just got all the dirt and stuff off of it. But yeah, for the most part, it was already clean. There really wasn't a whole lot to do to it. Moving on with my night, time to bring in another car into the damn garage. Because like I said earlier, I want to knock a car off the list. And I've been talking about this for too freaking long, and it's time to just do it. Yep, I don't know why I did it. Why, you know? What's the purpose of putting the freaking pressure washer away? Every time I put it away, I just gotta get it back out. Like, may as well just leave it out here at all times. I ought to just bolt it to the freaking ground and run a water line to it. Just a hard line going straight to it. Instead of wrapping the hose up, have a little reel on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Fucking. Welcome back to the next day, where we are now going to be working on 2 cars today. My goal is to try to get Max done. I gotta try to get the Buick done. We got a bunch of gaskets and shit to do on this damn thing. But then I also want to get my daughter's car done, and like my daughter's car should be relatively easy. I just gotta get this fan clutch off of there, put the new freaking pulley bobber on there. But the only problem. My white balance is shot way the hell out. Lovely. What the hell's going on? Adjust camera. Why? Why are you doing this? Okay, there we go. Anyhow, yeah, I just gotta get this fan clutch off here to put that pulley on. But the only problem is we gotta go to the parts store also to go and get her a new belt. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on Max because this is gonna be most of the work right here. So I was looking up some videos on how to do this stuff. Like obviously, you basically just have to take everything on the top off of here. So starting with that, look at that. I'm already going. Look at me. But yeah, like the fuel rail and these lines, like all that stuff has to come off. Lovely. So to be straight up with you, I'm not going to be like recording like the entire process. This isn't going to be like a step-by-step how-to or anything like that, because I already know that most of you guys don't have a 1992 Buick LeSabre. Plus there's already like hundreds of videos on how to do this shit on YouTube as it is. So hopefully in the next clip I have this all disassembled, and it's more than likely going to be a lot closer to dark. Well, the sun isn't quite down. We actually made quite a bit of progress, man. I got the upper intake manifold off. It did require quite a bit of disassembly. I mean, it wasn't as crazy as I was expecting. Like little heat shields and little brackets, the alternator, all the whole fuel rail and all the injectors and stuff. Which, okay, just leaked all over my damn shoe. You gotta kind of like disconnect the wiring harness and pull it back and all that kind of stuff. But pretty much everything on top. But really, it was just find whatever nut and bolt that you can find and just pull it out. And just the biggest part is probably gonna be remembering exactly where the hell it is it went. So, and anyhow, I got the upper portion off, and dude, there's not even a gasket on here. So, and I'm guessing from like this staining in between, like, that would suggest there was a leak, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty filthy. I'm excited to get this bottom portion off, and you guys already know I'm probably gonna go ahead and just absolutely clean the living shit out of both of these. So whenever I take the bottom portion off, it'll actually take the spot where the fuel injectors and stuff goes as well. So I'll be able to pressure wash and clean all that shit and get it all freaking nice and hopefully down to like bare aluminum. Anyhow, I figured I'd just go ahead and give you guys a really quick update, because I mean, that's where we're at. And while I was working on this, Josh actually got the fan clutch off on my daughter's car and got the pulley put on. But now we need to go up to an auto parts store and go get the belt. So that's the next step. But I'm holding off on that because there's gonna be a few things I need to go and pick up for this as well. Like there was some hoses, like mostly vacuum line shit, that was like cracking and stuff and just falling apart as I was pulling it off. So there is a couple of things I'm about to get for this as well. So I want to get to a certain point, and then we'll make a little list and run up to an auto parts store. Look at that freaking thermostat. Dang, bro, that's nice. Let's. Ugh. Oh yeah. That's some delicious looking ass shit right there, buddy.
You can still reuse it.
What?
You can still reuse that again.
No.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
It's still good.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh man.
Get your finger out of my engine. cracking.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, there we go. I think she's loose now. Yeah. Oh, I got a freaking pipe heater hook. Got the lower intake manifold off, and bro, this is wild. It's actually, I genuinely didn't know this was a pushrod style engine, but I guess I should have known that. But anyhow, I have the gaskets and everything for that. So now we got our list, what we need to get from the auto parts store. I need to get some, oh, I should take a piece of this hose with us so we know what size. But I need to get some vacuum line. I'll get that in a second. I need to get some vacuum line. I need a thermostat for this. I need a radiator cap. We got to get the belt for my daughter's car. Was there something else? Oh, you didn't write it on a piece of paper so we take it with us? Carb cleaner.
Oh, you just do this.
Take a picture of it? Oh, you're a genius. I would have never thought of that. I never would have thunk it.
So I get to pay the big one.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna hit the auto parts store and we gotta hurry up. So yeah, cause I really do want to get both these cars done today. That'd be dope, bro. Just got back from O'Reilly's. Got me a bunch of carb clean because I'm going to need it. And yeah, a belt for my daughter's car, thermostat for the Buick, and the gasket, and a little of vacuum line. Very nice. So, all right, moving on. Got both intake manifolds off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the valve covers now because I gotta do the gaskets on both of them. I've actually done this valve cover gasket because I started to do them like, I don't know, 4 years ago. And I had replaced this one and I never got around to doing that one. It's such a pain in the freaking ass to get to. And now it's that rear one that's actually leaking. Like whenever the car is running, it gushes oil out all over the damn exhaust. Smoke. Anyhow, moving forward. Well, I got one of the valve covers off. If Josh and I were in a race right now, this boy would be winning because he's just about done. Just got to put the clutch fan back on. But I filled up a tub out here full of super clean and water. I already did that valve cover. Now I'm going to go ahead and soak this lower intake manifold because this thing is disgusting, bro. Like, it's really bad. Did I say super clean? Shit. I need more water. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up until it's completely submerged, and then we'll just go ahead and let it soak for a while. Let the super clean work its magic and break all that shit loose. Gotta shake it. All right, I finally got the rear valve cover off, bro. This thing, like, you had to completely unbolt the power steering pump, in which, let me tell you something, bro, there is like 10 bolts on that, and then once you get all 10 of those bolts off, like, it still doesn't move. Like, that was my problem. I ended up still having 2 more down there. That was just, dude, I can't even put it into words how frustrating that was. But without doing all that, like, you can get the valve cover to lift up, but it hits on this one little nipple right here. This one little nipple right here that comes off the back of the reservoir. Like, it hits on. And I'll tell you what, I wanted to take a hammer and just knock that thing off and freaking do a power steering delete. That's how frustrated I was. But I had to do this valve cover because last time I did valve covers on this, I think I already mentioned it, was like 4 years ago, and I did the front one and I never did the rear one because of how much of a pain in the ass it was. But this thing has been leaking like freaking crazy, and you can tell how flat that damn gasket is. Like, it doesn't have any plumpness to it at all anymore. So anyhow, this has definitely become a nightmare, bro. I am gonna be happy when this is done, and I hope like that. I hope I get it back together. I'll tell you right now, I'll 100% admit that there's gonna be some missing bolts. We're gonna definitely have extra parts when this thing's finished.
You don't need them all.
Yeah, I don't need them all. Shit.
They're just suggestions.
Yeah, suggestion. Yeah, screw your suggestion. All right, another quick update. I got the valve cover gaskets all on. Valve covers are back on. I got the old intake manifold gaskets off, the lower intake manifold gaskets, and I cleaned up all this surface and everything, and I used like a I used a rag with like carb cleaner and just kind of wiped everything down inside of here and everything. Just cleaned it all up, made it look a little bit more presentable, you know what I'm saying? The lower intake manifold, that was an absolute disgusting mess that we had soaking over there and super clean. This is the same one, I swear to you. But I got all the grease off of it. I didn't get too crazy and like try to get all down inside of the little crevices and everything. Dude, I mean, Max isn't a show car, you know what I'm saying? This is a lot better than what it has been probably in the last 10 years, if I'm being honest. And then I also went ahead and I cleaned all the mating surfaces of this, like where it meets with the heads on both sides. And then this is the surface that the top portion of the intake manifold sits on. So I got all that cleaned up. Here's the new gaskets. These are freaking weird ass gaskets, huh? So these things go like on the heads, and then these little rubber pieces right here actually sit on top of the block right there, and that actually seals the lower portion of the intake manifold, like to the block and to the heads. And there's some little O-rings and this gasket right here that I guess goes to this. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I would imagine it's like an IAC or something. But anyhow, that's my update. It's now what time is it? It's now 10:30. I think what I'm gonna do is just focus on getting the lower intake manifold done. I got the valve covers done, and try to get that power steering pump bolted back up tonight. And then tomorrow everything else will pretty much be all simple, and I'll get up in the morning and get this freaking done. But yeah, I'm not gonna try to finish it tonight because I'll probably be out here till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning if I try to do that. My daughter just pulled up to go and take her car for a test drive so she can see it's running freaking good. Yeah, huge shout out to Josh for knocking that out for me while I was working on this damn thing. So at least we got one car freaking done today, but it's all good. I'll get this thing finished up tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Damn, would you look at that? I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's looking pretty damn good. Max better be freaking happy. And of course I used every single bit of my damn brake cleaner. Look at this, empty can, empty can, empty, 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 empty. And I still want it, like I want to spray off the injectors and get them all cleaned up before I go and stick them back in there. But not only that, but I would also like to clean the upper portion of the intake manifold. But now I'm all out of brake cleaner. I do have carbon choke parts cleaner, so this will definitely work. And I think I have another can of this like in one of my cars. Always having fuel pump problems, you know. Man, look at this. Empty. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All freaking empty. And I used damn near all my super clean. It's like freaking that low. Well guys, I hate to admit defeat on this one, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to, man. So we got almost everything done. I got the intake manifold gaskets, both of them finished, everything all reassembled. I got the valve cover gaskets done, which that's huge, dude. Don't get me wrong. That is a huge defeat right there. The injectors I kind of need to wait to put on because they go on like after this little bracket. I don't know, I have to wait. I'm at a standstill now because these little freaking heater core lines right here, there's 2 of them. So there's this one. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. All right. clear a spot right here. These two heater lines, one of them attaches to the head, the other one attaches to the side of the water pump, I believe. I don't know, it attaches to one of the housings that are actually on the engine. And then they go off, and this is what the heater lines actually attach to, like the little the rubber hoses that go through the firewall and actually goes to the heater core. There's no way to actually delete these, for one, and if there's a way to just like bypass this so I can go ahead and get the car done right now, I would, but there's not. So this side right here has an O-ring and it bolts on. This side right here is what the hose actually slides on, and then it's got a hose clamp on it, right? But as you can see, that's all rusted to shit, which isn't a huge deal, bro. Like, I could just kind of clean that up and still use this one, but this one right here is where I'm having a problem. So this side right here is what the hose goes on with a hose clamp. This side right here goes into the side of the water pump housing, and it's supposed to have an O-ring on it, but the section where the O-ring goes was literally right here. It used to be right here. So, and then there was about like 1/4 of an inch that stuck out like past that. So that completely just rusted off and just went to shit. So there's no way for me to put this in there and for it to actually seal and not leak. Anyhow, these also are not one of those kind of things I can just run up to the auto parts store and get. I got to go to the dealership, and to be honest with you, I don't have time to go to the dealership today. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my mess. I'm gonna set all this stuff aside. Granted, we also have the water pump gasket that I need to do, because the car has a brand new water pump on it, but the water pump gasket actually sprung a leak. I guess I should kind of explain just really quick, like the reason why I'm into this whole mess in the first place. So the Buick's been parked for a really long time because I was trying to clean the cooling system out once again. I'm constantly cleaning the cooling system out on this thing because it turns brown and gets like real just milky and disgusting, right? And through my research, I found out that if you continue to have like cooling system problems like that with these 3800 series engines, I guess that is a good sign that you have a leaking intake manifold gaskets. Dude, I don't know the science of it, to be straight up with you, but like a bad intake manifold gasket lets like combustion or freaking oils or something get into the cooling system, and which is the reason why it kept gumming up and just turning to crap. So quite some time ago, I went to go and clean this cooling system out, and what I did was I put the garden hose into the radiator hose and I like hose clamped it shut, right? And I have the hose on full blast. I'm starting the engine, I'm flowing water through it just to get it as cleaned out as I possibly can, and sure enough, a freaking stream of water just shoots up from the water pump seal. I put so much pressure in there, I blew out the water pump seal. So the car has been sitting like ever since then. So I'm just trying to solve this issue once and for all. You know what I'm saying? I got the water pump. I got the new water pump seal. I got a new thermostat because the old one, you guys seen it, was all junk. I'm gonna flush the system out once again, and I did the intake manifold gaskets, the upper and the lower ones, just to be sure that that's not the issue and that's not what's gumming up my freaking cooling system. And then while we're at it, I also did my valve cover gaskets. Those were leaking like crazy, bro, especially from it sitting in the backyard. Now every single time I start it, it's just gushing oil out of that rear valve cover, and it was going all over the exhaust, freaking smoking and just doing all kinds of crazy shit. So that's the reason why I'm doing all this stuff to the engine. So now once I go get these new metal tubes, I figure since I have to get this one anyhow, I may as well just see like how much they are and just get both of them. I can make do with this one, but I mean, if I can get both of them brand new, I may as well. And then once I get those, we'll get those on there, and then I'll do the water pump. I would do the water pump right now, but I want to move the car out of the way until we get these. But in order to do the water pump, I have to undo the engine mount on that side. So I'll have to support the engine with a jack, and then that's gonna make the car not movable. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm gonna get these, and then we'll just do the water pump gasket at the same time. And then Max will finally be finished, and I can move on with painting it once again. Because yes, I'm gonna paint Max once again. I'm already tired of the gray. Anyhow, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm sorry it wasn't much. We just got a bunch of stuff cleaned up and did some work on the Buick, man. But it most certainly was one hell of a process for me, believe me. This is about 2 or 3 days worth of footage that you guys are watching. I'm just picking the camera up, just giving you guys little updates. Comment down below if any of my mechanic followers have worked on these 3800 series engines, and throw in the comments how much it is you love having to remove that damn water or freaking power steering pump. That thing was a nightmare, bro. And that's another reason why I'm wanting to replace those 2 metal lines and get it done right, because those things go in behind. So in order to replace those, I would have to remove this again. So I don't want to take the risk of trying to like maybe put a bunch of like ultra gray or something on that and put it in there and let it dry and hopefully it seals. I don't want to do anything like that. I want it to be right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some new ones, because I don't want to have to ever take that power steering pump off again. Anyhow guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close up, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video at least. Thank you most certainly for hanging out with me. Don't forget, grab yourself some merch if you want to get entered for the seats, and we do have some new designs coming as well, man. I'm super excited. Probably in the next couple of videos or so, we have a whole nother merch drop for you guys, and of course those are also going to get you entered for the giveaway for the seats. Peace out guys. Please do smash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.